Hello and welcome to this session of Groundbreakers Live, or this virtual session. I'm your host, Javed Mohammed, and I have with me Jason Porter from Red Hat. Jason, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you. So this session was going to be a live interview at Dev.Next, but because of the coronavirus, we're doing this virtually. And hopefully we'll get to meet, hopefully all of this will kind of wash away and we can meet in person in fall. So Jason, you're a principal software engineer at Red Hat, president of the Java user group, and we were talking offline. You've been coding for quite a long time. You want to just tell us how you got started?
So I got started originally when my dad purchased a 286 computer,
Uh-huh.
and
And for the young crowd out there who don't know what a 286 is, I do, because I'm from the age of the dinosaurs.
right,
You want to just let them know what that is?
a 286. So that predates. Let's see, how far back is this going to be? That'll predate any of your modern processors by about 20-25 years or so.
Got it.
I
Okay.
believe
Uh-huh.
the processing power on that one, so it was a 286. It might have had a 25 megahertz processor in it.
Oh, okay.
I
So
had
nothing
maybe
like the power compared to the
no,
uh-huh.
no, definitely not.
Uh-huh.
And I think I had maybe 10 megabytes of hard drive space.
Okay. Wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Dad bought that, and it came the version of DOS
Mm-hmm.
came with some games, right? And
Mm-hmm.
being a younger person, I was about 10, 10,
Mm-hmm.
11. Yeah, I was interested in the games naturally, and the games were all written in GW Basic,
Uh-huh.
which is it's a basic language. You can read the source code. It doesn't compile down to anything. So I was very enthralled when I learned that you could edit, right? That was command edit
Mm-hmm.
the program, and I was able to see the source code for it, and that got me really interested in programming.
Cool. And then from there, you kind of so you're a self-taught Java expert.
Yep.
And you said you've been involved in open source for, I don't know, 15, 17 years, so it's quite a while. So let's kind of transition into, so it's a fascinating background. So you were going to be speaking at Dev.Next, and again, you mentioned to me offline, you were going to be talking about Quarkus.
Yep.
What is that?
So Quarkus is a new framework by Red Hat. It is targeting the cloud and the Kubernetes crowd. Excuse me. So the idea is that you're going to be able to build an application using Java,
Mhm.
ideally compile it down to a native binary using GraalVM, and that binary will contain everything that is necessary to run your application. It'll start up very quickly. We're talking tenths of milliseconds, and use, well, ideally less than 100 megabytes of RAM for the whole process.
And why would I be using it as opposed to some other platform?
Mostly for speed and for deployment density. If you're deploying out to the cloud, you obviously want to scale out, right? We're done with the days of scaling up. So we want to scale out. And one of the ways to do that is to have multiple processes. Unfortunately, Java, as we all know, is a little bit memory intensive. It likes to consume RAM,
Uh-huh.
and that takes its toll on the number of processes and pods and containers that you can deploy. So Quarkus is looking at solving that problem by allowing you to create slimmer versions of the same application that run faster and using less memory.
And if people want to download it and play with it, where do they go?
You can go to quarkus.io.
Quarkus.io.
Yep.
Okay. So, and how's the adoption of it going?
Pretty good so far.
Uh-huh.
We've been evangelizing it for a little bit over a year. Every conference that we go to and talk about it, seats are pretty full, so people are excited about it.
Cool. All right. So, as I said, hopefully we can do the live version of this interview in the fall. But especially seeing that you've got a Java background, I have to ask you a separate question, a
Sure.
separate related question. So this is the 25th anniversary of Java. Um, is there anything memorable story you want to share? You could share, or yeah.
I well, you mentioned I'm a self-taught Java professional.
Mhm.
Java was the first object-oriented language that I learned. I did that using a book. It was called Teach Yourself Java in 21 Days.
Wow.
That was Java. Was that Java 1.0 or 1.1? I don't
Okay.
remember. But it was all based on desktop applications
Mhm.
and maybe a little bit of Swing. So the everywhere that Java has gone, how far it's come in these 25 years has really been remarkable. We've gone from this small little thing from Sun Microsystems that was mostly looking to be run in smallish embedded environments to things that power stuff you interact with on a daily basis. If
Mhm.
you're using your bank online, chances are you're running a Java process. Um, a lot of the other companies, I know Twitter is a very big Java shop, as well as most of the other large tech companies. So this is a technology that's been around for 25 years that affects us on a daily basis, and it's really just amazing to see where the technology has come and how the community has adopted it and helped push it forward. It's been great to see.
Thank you for sharing, Jason, and thank you for doing this interview.
Sure thing.
So,
Thank you for having
all
me.
right then. Okay, take care.
Thanks.
Bye bye.